Exciting news has come from Microsoft recently. We have an official launch day for the Xbox One, ladies and gentlemen. Get your calendars, set up your countdown timers. Xbox One is making its way to stores on November 22nd. In light of this official release date, we thought it would be a good chance to talk about one of the biggest factors playing a role in deciding which console to buy for yourself: the price. With PlayStation 4 being $100 cheaper than the Xbox One's price tag of just under $500, we can't help but feel that some consumers may be led astray by this tempting offer from Sony. However, there's a lot more going on here than just a simple price difference. There's also the value difference. In this episode of the X Report, we're going to go through the contents that come with each console and break their raw dollar value down to give you a much more accurate price total. You might find yourself surprised at the end, so stick around and enjoy the episode. We'll begin by starting with the very console itself and working towards the accessories and other goodies that come in the box for each console. If both consoles contain a similar accessory, we'll compare the two side by side and give you a raw dollar value for each. Let's go ahead and jump right in with the most expensive piece of the package. Both the PS4 and the Xbox One are very nice consoles and even look slightly similar in their design. Shiny black panels reside on the left of their boxy-like structure, but what's even more striking here is how similar the two are on the inside. Both sporting similar hard drives at 500 gigabytes apiece and Blu-ray disc drives as well. Even the same amount of RAM resides in the units here at 8 gigabytes. Since it's impossible to go into the finite details about the exact architecture, we're going to start our total prices at $300 for both. However, that's where the similarities stop between these two consoles. On the outside, the Xbox One does feature a third USB port, an HDMI in port, an IR blaster port, and no HDCP on its HDMI output. Sony has none of these features, and thus will need to increase the PS4's price as a penalty for lacking the same connections and functions. We'd say that about $50 sounds right for this. Next up are the latest and greatest controllers that come with both machines. To place a dollar value on these controllers, we're going to go over what type of technology resides in both of them. For connection technology, Microsoft has opted for the latest and greatest Wi-Fi Direct, while Sony has stuck with the slower and less advanced Bluetooth technology. Now, for those of you who are looking for some raw statistics, if you're more technically inclined, there's several articles, a few of which we're going to link below in the description for you to go over, talking about how Wi-Fi Direct beats Bluetooth in connection speed. In terms of innovation, both controllers have equal improvements with Sony's new touchpad and light bar and Microsoft's new rumble triggers and D-pad. The new Xbox controller has no built-in battery, while the DualShock 4 controller does. We'd say that both controllers here offer an equal value of about $60. Next up, we have the cables and accessories that come in both packages. The HDMI cables are up first. Both consoles have no official connectivity support for RCA, component, or AV, so HDMI cables are now standard and included in both boxes. We currently know that the Xbox One will be using a high-quality, 4K-rated high-speed HDMI cable. While we do know an HDMI cable is included with the PS4, it wasn't stated if it was 4K ready high-speed 1.4B version or not. Our guess here is that Sony has elected to throw in a standard El Cheapo cable in order to keep costs down on the console. We'd wager there's at least a $15 difference to make up here in quality, so we'll pass that cost onto the PS4's total price. Both Sony and Microsoft decided to be kind enough to throw in a chat headset for you. Sony has included this awesome mono chat headset valued at about $2 that you'll probably wind up tossing in the trash or putting in your closet as soon as you pull it out of the package. while Microsoft has included its brand new fantastic crystal clear Xbox Chat headset. The difference here is enormous, and Microsoft is really proud of its new headset. If you don't believe me, just listen to the difference between it and the Xbox 360 version.
She sells seashells by the seashore. She sells seashells by the seashore.
Since PS4 owners who don't want to sound like they're talking through an electrolarynx will need to purchase a decent chat headset, we'll be fair here and tag on an extra $25 to the PS4 price total. Motion gaming is our last stop here inside the box. Now, Sony has elected to pull the camera out of their system, while Microsoft has heavily integrated the Kinect to function with the system as a whole. The Kinect 1.0 is priced at $100 currently on the Microsoft Store, so we'll take a stab and say that Kinect 2.0 clocks in around $140. So let's go ahead and add that price onto the Xbox One. Now, if we total everything up here, the PS4 sits at around $450 and the Xbox One at $500. It's interesting to see the difference in price isn't that far off after taking into consideration the features and equipment that are included in both systems. Now, these prices are based purely on raw value of the components and MSRP of the accessories inside the box, so we'd say that there's about a 20% give or take on actual values here. To conclude, overall to us the Xbox One seems more like a complete package that offers a better long-term value here instead of the deceptive savings of the Sony PS4. Still, consumers will complain that the PS4 is cheaper, and that at the end of the day, it is. Our question to you, however, are you actually saving $100 on the console? So we'll leave you with that, and we hope you've enjoyed this episode of the X Report. Tell us what you think below in the comments, give us a like, and always subscribe. We'll see you next time.